Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to your program, Talking Point Show. I'm still your host, Onigmide Raphael. Ladies and gentlemen, on the show today, we'll be talking about the latest virus outbreak in the world, coronavirus, and we'll also be talking about the Lassa fever virus. And discussing this with me on the show today is a medical practitioner. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome Dr. Tunde Ashiyombi. Doctor, you are welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me this morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doctor, we discover, or should we say, is a sudden news that we heard in China that there's a new virus called coronavirus. Sir, we would like you to enlighten us about it. How or what's the causes of this virus? How can one get infected and the causes?
Okay, actually, scientists, they are still doing much work on coronavirus. Not much is known about this virus. Coronavirus is just like SARS. That the outbreak of SARS was, if I could remember very well, 2002 and 2003. That is severe acute respiratory syndrome that affects the lungs. So coronavirus is in the same family with SARS. So, and what it does is that it affects the lungs of an infected person. So how is it being contacted? Coronavirus is being when an infected person coughs or sneezes. So what happens is that this virus goes into the air. Let me just put it that way for us to have better understanding. And another person who doesn't know anything can mistakenly inhale that. And when that is done, that will go in and affect the person. Even the infected person might not even know that he's already infected, because it has an incubation period of 10 to 14 days. Incubation period means that when someone is infected, but the person is not even manifesting any symptoms, he doesn't know that he is infected. So the person can start manifesting the symptoms after 10 to 14 days of infectivity. So how do we know someone that has this coronavirus? Actually, like I said, not much about coronavirus is known. The symptoms are actually not specific. Now, when you see someone having fever, anybody can have fever. It presents with fever, it presents with coughs and difficulty in breathing. So, and some people can come down with pneumonia. So as a result of that, an infected person can come down with respiratory failure and the person dies. So the disease outbreak from the China, Wuhan, so and a lot of people have died. And like I said, the scientists, they are still working on it, how to curb it, and the rate of infectivity is very, very high. Even I read sometimes, maybe 2 days ago, that at least 2 to 3 health workers is infected per day in China. And they are even seeking the authority that perhaps they should do what we call euthanasia, that is to kill those that are already infected, because there is no cure for this disease. People will actually die, you understand, and they will keep on infecting others. But I think what they are doing now is that to quarantine that area in China so that they will not be transmitted, or the disease will not be transmitted to other people, and so that they will be able to curb the transmission of the diseases. I think that's what is on ground. Little is known about coronavirus, but people are still working on it. Scientists are still working on it. But my advice for people is that people should start using face mask, since the mode of transmission is inhalation. You understand? And we must inhale. Yeah, we must breathe in oxygen and bring out carbon dioxide. Let me just put that for us to.
Okay, we have the outbreak of Lassa fever in Nigeria now. We would like you to enlighten us more on Lassa fever, how we can curb the Lassa fever, how we can prevent, and how we can avoid the spread of it, and what do you think we can do?
Yeah, the outbreak of Lassa fever is not something new. About 27 states have been said to be affected. There are cases nearly every day, and people have been infected nearly every day. And we've had the outbreak of Lassa fever a few years ago. Now it has come back again, and we have to curb it this time around. So when we are talking about Lassa fever, everything about Lassa fever still comes down to our environmental hygiene. So the mode of Lassa fever is actually a viral disease. It is called a viral hemorrhagic disease, and the mode of transmission is through a particular animal called rat. Rat is the one transmitting the virus called Lassa fever. So like I said, our environmental hygiene is very important. So the way to curb this is that don't leave your plates unwashed. After eating, make sure you wash your plates, and make sure your kitchen is always clean, so that you will not be inviting rats to come and feed upon the remnant of the food. You understand? Then make sure that either both cooked and uncooked food has to be well covered, so that the rats will not feed on them. And perhaps you see any dead rats in your environment, don't use your bare hands to pick it. Make sure you wear gloves or use something to pick it, and thereafter make sure you wash your hand very well. Like I said, it still comes down to hygiene. So we must ensure that our hands are well cleaned. We wash our hand with water and soap. So when we do this, we will curb the transmission the spread of Lassa fever. So this is actually very important. So it's just about our environment and ourselves.
Yeah. Is there any cure for the Lassa fever now?
For now, there is no cure for the Lassa fever. So what people do is just to manage people that have been affected, to quarantine them, that is to keep them in a place so that they will not affect others. Perhaps you must have seen people taking care of them in TV or social media. You know how they dress, everywhere is covered so that they will not be infected. Because when any part of their body, any fluid from these people, when you are in contact with any fluid from these people, be it their blood, be it their urine, you can easily contact this virus. So we must ensure that we take a necessary caution as regard that there is no cure for Lassa fever as we speak. So what we can do